Hello, hello. Let's see. Oh, I'm so loud. Let's see. Not anymore. Hi, everybody. It's Friday evening, and I've been rushing. I left work and went to my hair appointment. It's not long anymore. Had to make a stop and see my friend Michael on the way home because Michael's right there next to my beautician's place, which is Ulta. She's the most awesome hairstylist ever. Anyway, and now I'm here. Belt to melt after about 5 trips up and down the stairs to bring things up. And tonight, what I thought I would do is one more project with the July Club Couture transfer. Can you see it? Life is a bowl of cherries, make it sweet. As you can see, it's been used quite a bit. Oh yeah, you can see it. I'm looking at the camera on the computer. So I'm going to use it one more time tonight for projects, and then I'm going to come up with something different for tomorrow. Today is day 21 of my 30 straight days of lives, no matter what challenge. I've decided to do some no matter what challenges for myself. And I started this 21 days ago, and I started my bed 6 or 7 days. I think today's day 7. 7 days ago. I wasn't making my bed. It was driving me nuts. I would start making it, and then a few days later I would stop. And then I'd get frustrated, and then I'd start making it, and then a few days later I'd stop. And so I posted a challenge for myself online on my personal Facebook page, thinking that would help me to be accountable. And since I've told my friends that I'm going to do it, now I'm going to do it. So if I tell myself I'm going to do it, I don't do it. I give myself a lot of slack. So anyway, so day 21 of this challenge, and we're going to do one more project with this. I may do others in the future. I'm not saying that this is the last and final project, because this is still going strong. I've used it for 4 things. I'll show you. In case you haven't seen them, I made a t-shirt for my mom. Right here. Oh, let me put you down to the table so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Close your eyes if you get dizzy, and I'll tell you when we're there. So I'm lowering it down. I'm gonna wait for the camera to catch up. Oh, there it is. We are down on the table, and I need to answer this message really quick. Like, I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Okay, so there's the t-shirt, and then I made my first project was something that is similar to what they show on the link. When you click on the link to get an idea on what to do with this project, they use the Chalk Couture door tag. This is not the Chalk Couture door tag. I didn't have it on hand, so I used one that I had in my shelf, and I got this from Dollar Tree, and I think it looks very similar to what they have posted on there. Let me get the glue off of there. So that was one of the projects. And then I made this cutting board. And this is my favorite so far. And then while I was at my favorite grocery store, it's my favorite grocery store because I can go and get lots of things and not just have to get groceries. And hi, Sandra T. It's so good to see you again. I can't believe you're on. You're not packing? Or have you already, are you like so efficient that you're already packed? So I saw this fabric at Walmart. Oh, I mentioned the name. That's okay. I saw this fabric and I was like, I thought, oh my goodness, look how cute that is. And so I picked up some black and some white to go along with it, and I posted online because I couldn't decide which way I wanted to go. So I asked for help online on a couple of my Facebook groups, and it it was almost unanimous that the black was one. Some people suggested other colors, but I hadn't gotten back there yet. So I went ahead and just used the black since that was almost a unanimous vote. And I went ahead and made one of these. So here's the back side of it. Oops, I turned it upside down on you. Here's the back side of it. I did this last night. And here's the front. So now I'm going to make a matching pillow to go with it. This turned out to be bigger than I thought it was going to be. So next time, I'm not in the habit of making pillows. So it's a learning process for me, but I think my mom will like these for her couch. There you go. Sometimes you got to do that so you don't wear yourself out. So, and I'm thinking about putting a border on each side of this, a ribbon border. So I might still do that just to kind of, you know, fill in the void. So that's one of them. And now I'm going to make a matching one, and she'll have matching cherry pillows that she can throw on her couch. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. So I have this fabric for the back side, and I have this fabric for the front, and I have this glue gun, and it has this glue in it. This is Surebonder fabric sticks for fabric glues, for gluing on fabric. I've got my heat press, and I've got my inks ready to go. And I put this board on here to protect my table. So we're going to start with inking first. I did it that way last night, and it was so much easier because I didn't have to worry about messing up this one while I was in the process. So here we go. I ironed it a little bit yesterday with the heat press. It's not as wrinkled as it was, so I think it'll be okay. And so I'm going to take, I did Life is a Bowl of Cherries on this one. And so I'm going to do Make It Sweet on the other one, and I'm going to use these cherries on this one. Let's see. So, okay, that's the longer side. So I want it to go this way. I'm going to do Make It Sweet in the middle, and then I'm going to put, probably like at an angle like this, I'll put the cherries. So tomorrow, oh my gosh, that's going to be so exciting. So tiring, but so exciting. So right now I'm just measuring to make sure I've got it in the middle, and I do not. There we go. So they're both 8 1/4 inches away from the edge. Now let's see if they're centered here. This is going to be kind of small on the pillow. That's why I'm probably going to go ahead and put a ribbon border, just to kind of fill the void. I could make it smaller, but I don't know. I kind of want them to be the same size. There we go. Okay, that's centered. That was easy enough. So the first thing I'm going to do is Make It Sweet. I might put some of the squirts on this one, because this one's going to need a little bit of a filler. So I'm going to use, oh gosh, I need to get some glasses so I can see what I've got going on here. So do you have some pros coming to help you, or do you have some friends lined up with trucks? All right. So first I'm going to do this white on here. So I'm using ink this time. The inks have white lids. That's one way to tell. And then on the bottom, it also tells you that it's an ink. This will be a more permanent design. The ink's wanting to ride up on the squeegee. So I could have sewn this. I've got my sewing machine out, but I don't have it set up. And it's been so long. So I'm thinking when my sister gets here, because it did used to be hers, I'll have her give me a tutorial. And then next time I can sew the pillows. And actually cut them down to the size that I want them to be. This is a new thing for me. This pillow making. I made a little bitty small one back in April because I had a little tiny bit of fabric left and I was looking for something to do with a certain transfer. But not a regular size one. Oh, you've got good friends. Oh my gosh. You have got some really good friends. That's fantastic. I'm keeping this close at hand so I can wash up. This ink is not as forgiving as the chalk, so if you get it in places that you don't want it, you need to try to wash it off right away, or it won't come off. So now I'm going to remove the excess. And then probably what I'll do is I'll wash it off really quick. Let's see, do I have I don't have the correct, oh yes I do. I've got the right wipes with me, so I will probably wipe it down before I try to use it again, so I don't get this white ink on other areas that I don't want it. Oh, you know what? I totally missed the eye. I'm glad I noticed that. There we go. I don't know why I totally missed the bottom of the eye. I've done it every time. There we go. Okay. So that's it with the white. I'll peel this off. I love the way the white pops on the black. There are some spots I didn't get to. That's okay, I'll get that. So now I'm going to set this over here and wipe it down. You only want to use disinfectant wipes on these, not baby wipes or your flushable wipes or anything like that. Just the disinfectant ones. Just wash it off really quick. It's not near the other cherries, so I don't have to worry about getting it wet. Uh-oh. I stuck it to the cardboard. Do you see how sticky it still is, even though I've used it? So now I've got cardboard paint on here. So it'll be alright though. Oh, it's coming off. Alright. So now I see a couple areas I want to touch up a little bit. That's a very nice surprise, I'll tell you what. Those movers are not inexpensive. Or not, yeah, they're not inexpensive, and that my my friend who used to be my roommate, when her parents closed on their house and moved, they hired movers and they damaged quite a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm just touching a few areas that I didn't get. Uh-oh, I didn't want that there. That came in handy. As a matter of fact, I want to dab a spot right here. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Fill in my eye. For some reason I can't get my eye to fill in. I must have plugged it up with some paste. I'll have to see if I can get that cleaned up really good. There we go. All right. Perfect. Okay, it's about to get loud because I'm going to take the blow dryer to it so that it's not too tacky when I'm ready to heat set it, and so that I don't remove it when I put the transfer over it. So let's turn the blow dryer on. It's about to get loud if you want to turn down your volume. All over the floor. Okay, it survived. I can see where I've got some stuck in there. I'm really going to have to pay special attention to this poor baby tonight when I clean it. It's just, I've been using it like crazy. Okay. So now I want to take, let's move this up here out of the way. I don't think I need white anymore. And I want to take some cherries, put some down here. I'm going to take some green. This is Meadow. I was thinking it was Meadow. So here's some Meadow ink. I guess I'm not very talkative tonight. So I'm putting the Meadow ink on the leaves, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the stems with it too. I did that on the other pillow. So I'm going to make the stems green here as well. I've been making them red on everything else. I decided to make them green. Kind of like coloring. Trying to stay within the lines. I don't know if you color. I have some of those adult coloring books, you know. And some of the designs, whew, they have some seriously tiny little spots. Here we go. All right. And now I want to do the cherries. Ooh, I had a second one. So this is the candy apple red. So we have candy apple red ink and candy apple red paste. I'm using the multi-tool because it's smaller. I have better control into the tiny corners. Yes, me too. It's so nice to just relax and do that for a bit. This is kind of like it. When you're doing something like this, it's kind of like coloring. You're just not restricted to what's in the book. Trying to get in there without getting leaves. There we go. I found a way. All right, now I'm going to remove the excess. Same with the meadow. Take off all the excess. And do not put it in with the candy apple red. All right. Pull this off. I'm loving the way the green shows up on here. So there's one set. I'll show you something. Check this out. See how it goes through? That's why I decided to put this little cardboard thing here. Now I'm going to turn this on and blow dry this really quick. It's going to be loud for just a minute. I'm just seeing an area that I wanted to touch up. I'm not brushing it. I'm dabbing it because I don't want strokes. When you do this through the transfer, you don't get paint strokes. You get like little dots, kind of a look. out. Let's see here. Okay. Now, my original plan was to put another set of two cherries of this right here. But I'm thinking I may just want to do one. What do you think? Should I just do one? Or two? It's kind of hard to see. I don't want to fold it on itself. One cherry. Maybe even take it down a little bit like that. Or two. So these two will be across from each other. I think I'm going to do the one. I think I'll put one right here. Put it right about here. And then I might do some of those little squirts. Okay. So do you have a favorite coloring book that you like, Sandra? I like the mandala. Do you have a favorite one? Okay, so now I'm just doing the leaves in the middle again. And I'm thinking about going ahead and putting a few of the little squirts in the white to just kind of add more to it so that it's not small, so that it's comparable to the other one, so that the design is almost comparable in size as the other pillow. Okay. There we go. Now I need to blow dry, so it's about to get loud again. Okay. I've gotten rid of pretty much all of the tackiness, which is good. There's a hair here. I don't know how that managed. Well, I know how it got there. I got my hair trimmed today. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wash this off a little bit real quick. So move that over. Now I normally take this to the sink and run it under lukewarm to cool water and use the board eraser to clean it off. But I'm wanting to use it one more time so I can put a little bit more to the design. And I don't want to risk getting this ink. I did it again. I wasn't thinking. I gotta be thinking. I need to use my backing, not the cardboard. See, now it's got the, see how it's all white right there? Luckily it's coming off. But it's still very sticky. Even still now. I normally don't do this harsh. I know we don't clean it like this, so. I generally take care of these like they're my babies. These transfers are my babies. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Ugh. All right. I'm drying it on my jeans. That's okay. All right. Now, I want to add a few little of the squirts. I'm going to do them in white. So I need the white back. I'm going to put this one right there. Oh, hold on. Yeah, right here. Alright, you gotta be careful not to do too much, not to go too far or too fast. There. So that's one set. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Let's put that right there. Oh. And then I want to take this one, put it right here. Woo! I got a big old glob on here. There we go. Holy cow. It is all over my squeegee. Oh yes, definitely. Definitely a good idea. Let's see. Let's put... I hear ya. I'm gonna dry those really quick so I don't mess them up. Do I want to put another one? What do you think? Should I leave it like that or put more squirts on the bottom? I got little ones. Put one right there, just like it is on the transfer. It is so all over the squeegee, I don't know what end to use. I might have to get another one out just to scrape off the excess. Goodness gracious. Yay! Perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see your... It didn't come through until after I started. This computer is too slow. What do you think? It's okay with the third one, right? Just no more. Don't want to do too much. Goodness gracious, I've made a huge mess over here. All right. So we're done with this, with the transfer. I'm going to set it aside and I'll have to clean it better when I'm done. All right, I'm going to dry this a little bit more. Oh, good. Yay! See, if you look at it, everything on this one is done in threes. We have 3 words, 3 bunches of cherries, and 3 little squirts. So the reason I'm blow drying it is because the idea, what you want is for your ink not to be tacky when you are ready to heat set it. So if you're not able to get it so that it's not tacky, it's best to let it sit probably overnight, depending on how thick it is. This right here would probably, I mean, this is pretty much almost not tacky. But if you were not to blow dry it, as little as there is on this one, it would probably be good to heat set in 24 hours. But I've pretty much gotten most of the tackiness gone here, but just by blow drying it. I did order the Couture heat set, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's it gets pretty hot, so it comes in handy for this process, and it's quiet. So I don't have to be blasting everybody away with the sound of the blow dryer. All right, close these up since I won't be using them anymore. They're up and out of the way. And I've just got ink on my table. My pretty table. It came right up. Okay. Oh, I got ink on it again. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hands are safe. Hands are safe. So now I'm going to go ahead and heat set this really quick. So I've got my little pad here that goes underneath. I am actually prepared today. I'm so proud of myself. The past 2 days I haven't had to leave the room. And then I need my parchment paper. So I'm going to put parchment paper over it. If all you have is an iron, at this point you would have your iron set to the cotton setting, and then take your iron and iron over this entire design for 4 minutes. I personally would do half of it for 4 minutes and then do the other half for 4 minutes. That way you are sure to set all of it. And then when you're done, you'll flip your fabric over, put the parchment paper, and do the same thing. Iron for 4 minutes, iron for 4 minutes. Now me, I'm lazy, and I've done a lot of towels and shirts. So I went ahead and purchased this, Big Bertha. And it takes 30 seconds on each side. So if you decide that this is something you want to do a lot of, if you want to do a lot of fabric inking, this would come in handy. That's for sure. Save you a lot of time and a lot of effort. I don't know what I just did. Okay. So now I'm going to, it didn't stick at all, so that's a good thing. If it had stuck, I would have turned it, I would have done it again. So now I'm turning it over, and I'm setting it on both sides, on the other side, for 30 seconds. And that's it. And then we're going to glue it together. And I still have a little stuffing left from a giant dinosaur that I bought for my dog, who is now living with my daughter. She's a mixed pit. She's a pit mix with something, we don't know what. And I brought home this big dinosaur for her for Christmas, and she absolutely loved that dinosaur. She loved it so much that she had all of the stuffing all over the living room within 10 days. And so I couldn't get mad at her. I didn't mind. I knew that was going to happen. And so I collected the stuffing and I held on to it, and that's what I used for this one. I used it for the teeny tiny ones that I made, and then I used it for this one. And I've got a little bit of it left, so I'm going to finish using it for this one. This is just going to go downstairs on my mom's couch, so it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, perfect pillow stuffing material for that. So anyway, all right, Now, let's finish it. So this is permanent. I can stick this in the washing machine and it'll still be there when I pull it out. And now I am going to assemble our pillow. So I want that to be this way. And I want this to be this way. I goofed last night when I assembled this. I didn't pay attention. So this faces this way. And if you turn it over, the cherries are upside down. So it has to be flipped. It has to be flipped. So I'm going to pay attention this time. I'm going to make sure the cherries are going the right direction on this one. There we go. All right. So again, I'm not sewing tonight. I'm going to cheat and I'm going to glue this together. And next time I make a pillow, I'm going to measure better and I'm going to sew it. All right. So first I'm going to glue this side. So I have my fabric glue. And I'm going to give myself so it kind of goes on white like that. And I'm just going to pressing it down so that it's not lumpy. Oh, I scared myself for a minute. I thought it wasn't right side. I thought it wasn't facing the right direction. Now, I don't know if this glue is machine washable. Let me see. High temperature, low temperature. Oh, this is supposed to be low temperature. Oops. Dries in 60 seconds. Wash in lukewarm water and air dry. Do not machine dry. Oh, so you can wash it. You can machine wash, you just can't dry. That makes sense because you don't want it to heat back up. So if you were to make something like a towel or something, and you were to glue some ribbon to it. I did that with some towels, with some throw towels. I glued some ribbon to it to make them pretty and decorative. If they got dirty, they can be thrown in the wash. That's good news. I'll have to make sure I remember that next time I'm around those towels. All right. And my scissors. I'm just going to cut this part off. There we go. Now, I'm going to do this side. I'm not even measuring where I put the glue or anything, I'm just gluing it. I don't even know if it's necessary to squish it down, but my experience with hot glue has been if you leave it lumpy, it dries lumpy. So I don't know if that'll be the same with this fabric glue, and I just don't want it to be lumpy. So I'm squishing it down. All right. I want to make sure I leave myself enough room to fold this over. So I'm going to stop right about here. That'll work. And now the other side. There we go. I don't know if sewing is faster or not. I guess I'll find out. Of course, I wouldn't be able to do that in here with the camera going. I'd have to take my camera out there. Maybe I could get my parents to turn the TV down a little bit, and I can do something out there and sew on the sewing machine. Trying to think if there's a way to close off the loft area, because my craft room is in the loft area, and the loft is open to the living room. And I didn't think much about it at first, but I would kind of like to go out there once in a while and do lives for a change of environment, you know, and to be standing up. I prefer to stand up when I craft. I sit all day at work. I don't need to sit all night. That's for sure. Okay. So, it's glued together. Turn it right side out. I'm thinking it needs a border. We have to play with it a little bit and see. Now let's stuff it. So here's the dinosaur stuffing. And I don't know where I got this. Honestly, I have no idea where I got that. So I'm going to start with this because there's not very much of that. This might just be enough right here. Well, now I got fuzz all over my pillowcase. Aww. Okay, come on. Of course, you could always just put a pillow in there too. If you had an old pillow that looks crummy, you can make one you can make a cover to cover your pillow. They could also be made removable, you know, put them with like maybe a flap and a button or a zipper if you're that talented. I'm not that talented with sewing, but could make one for each season and cover your pillows that you already have in the living room and other rooms. Ooh, that's flat. The other one was bulky when I put it in there. I like that better. I like it bulky. Mine's gonna, my pillows are probably not gonna match in depth. Okay, let's get some of the dinosaur stuffing in there. Fill it up a little more. I'll bet if Willa came over and caught a sniff of these pillows, she would remember. And probably try to get into it. There we go. You know, I should have done. I know what I should do. Sorry, guys. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to take this out. Put it on this side. That way if it's lumpy, it won't show up as much. I'm recycling. Recycling and repurposing. So it's not going to be absolutely perfect. And that's it. I am out. Okay. Now this is the hardest part right here for me. So I'm going to take this part, fold it down, and this one, fold it down. So I folded the edge in and then down. I'm just squishing a little glue into all of the folds. Come on. There you go. Hot, hot, hot. It's hot. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this end. And then I'm just going to work my way over. It's already folded in, I'm just going to fold it down. Just like that. And then squirt a little glue in here. Squirt a little glue in between, and squirt a little glue in there. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, 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 hot. There we go. Now, the rest of the pillow. Last night when I did it the first time, I could, for the life of me, could not figure out how to make this work until I finally just started doing a little bit at a time like this. So I just fold it, squish it together, and then run glue into it. And I just work my way to the end. Here we go. Okay. Almost done. I'm concentrating. And then once I'm done gluing it together, I'll just kind of squish the insides around and get it to where I want it to be. And then what I'll do is I'll take it downstairs, put it on the couch, and take a picture of it on the couch. Got a little bit of a pucker. I didn't line it up very good. But the pucker is on the back side, not the front. So it'll be okay. That's the fun thing about these handmade things too, is it doesn't have to be, 1000% perfect. You have a little slip up, you have a little slip up. I'm okay with it as long as it's not that noticeable. If it's noticeable, I just get rid of it. Okay. Life is a bowl of cherries. Make it sweet. That's it. So I'm going to take these downstairs now and put them on the couch. It's good to see you again, Sandra. I know you've got a crazy busy time ahead of you this weekend, and I so appreciate you joining me. It was so much fun having you here. I wish you luck and a smooth move tomorrow. And I'm excited for your new chapter. Thank you. So we have this, and then on this side we have that. All right. You know what, Sandra? You could be making your own home decor for your new home. Just saying. I've seen your talent. You could apply that talent to your home decor. Just a thought. But I hope you share how your new place looks once you get settled. I'm excited to see. All right, well, I'm going to go now and go put these on the couch. And thank you everybody for sticking with. If you're watching replay, please type #replay so that I will know. And if you're watching on YouTube and you're liking what you're seeing so far, please hit the subscribe button and tap that little bell so that you can be notified when I post new projects. All right. Oh, and I didn't mention the club. Yes, I did. This is the Club Couture transfer. This is one of the several designs I've made with this one transfer. So if you're interested in checking out Club Couture, just type club in the comments and I'll send you the information. All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody.